Okay, management of user accounts. Then we have multitasking. We can perform multitask in our computers like downloading, uploading, chatting, listening something, and typing. So what else? Oh, that is there is another one that is very important, interrupt handling. Interrupt, interrupt handling. Before I tell you about interrupt handling, Umar, you need to understand what is an interrupt. What is an interrupt? Interrupt, it's a signal that is generated by hardware, hardware of your computer or software, right? This is the simplest definition of interrupt. This is a signal that is generated by the operating system's hardware or software.
Yeah.
Signal generated by any program. For example, if you run out of the printouts, if there is no paper in your tray, then you get a message on your screen. Your tray one is out of paper, right? This is an interrupt message, right? So
Yeah.
if you get an operating system message, that is an interrupt. Even there are so many interrupts, all the time it is generated, and all the interrupts are given a priorities. Interrupt priorities. Interrupt priorities. Am I right? Say for example,
Yeah.
if you press this button, the combo of these two buttons, Alt F4, then what happens? The current document will be closed, right? This is a very powerful interrupt for the computer. And if you press Control plus Alt plus Delete, that will take you on the option to lock your computer, task manager, and etc. etc. Right? This is another powerful interrupt, right? So by
Yeah.
clicking something, by pressing different types of buttons, so operating system deals them as interrupt, right? What happens, say for example, we are taking the class, say for example, your dad calls you, Omar, listen to me. This is a very powerful interrupt. You immediately excuse me and you'll definitely go back to your father, right? So if somebody, your friend calls you,
Yeah.
you can for that. So the priority, there are priorities which is managed by the operating system. There are some low priorities, and there are higher high priorities of the input devices, output devices, and software. So all these things, all these priorities are handled by the operating system. Umar, clear? Umar,
Yes.
are you sure?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's great. Okay, there is another function that operating system, there is another operating system function that is called user interface, or the other name we call it human computer interface, HCI. Umar, right now you are looking at the screen, right? This is an interface, right?
Yeah.
This screen, me and you are communicating, interacting, right? We can
Yes.
see the screen. I can see you, you can see me, and what I am writing on the pad. So you can copy that. You can have a look on my notebook. So this is done by the operating system, and we call it a GUI environment, graphical user interface. The where we can see the icons on our screen, we call it GUI or graphical user interface.
Yes.
Where is that? Let me write it. Where should I write? There is no space. So let me. Oh, user interface. Yes, this is the one. User interface. Let me divide it into CLI. CLI, which means command line interface, where you have to give the commands to the computer for interaction, right? Whereas in GUI, you can use mouse, screen, touch screens, stylus. This is the environment we are having right now in our computers. We can see the things in our computer, desktop icons, etc., right? Whereas in CLI, we can only see a black
Yes.
window where we're supposed to write the commands to interact with the operating system. That is actually an advanced level. You have to learn the commands for interacting with the operating system, right?
Yeah.
Clear what?
Yes.
Okay, so we are done with the security management. We are done with the memory management. Then I told you about the input output devices. Yes, there is another one that is called file management. File management. Umar, we can add new folders, add new folders. We can rename them. We can copy them. Uh, so we can create a nested folders. Nested folder means folder within folders, and we can create so many different types of files in one folder. So this is all done by the operating system provides us this utility to make different types of folder. We can rename them, we can delete them, we can add the contents, etc., etc. Operating system also asks the extension whenever we save the file. So we can save the file, right? Umar, clear?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, I guess that is all for today. What do you think? Is there any question, Umar?
Not related to this.
Really? You get everything, right?
Yeah.
That's great. Okay, inshallah, we'll do a lot of things tomorrow in next class. Okay, be online at the same time.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, see you, Umar. Take care. Allah Hafiz.
Okay. Love.
Allah Hafiz.